Hey y'all, what's up? Big Wooly here, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10 Let's Play. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the Runic Star Altar, which means Forbidden and Arcanus. We're not going to get anywhere close to getting the altar done in a single episode, but we're going to take a look at it and get going in the right direction. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, like I said in the intro there, it's going to be about Forbidden and Arcanus. So we need the Tier 5 Hephaestus Forge, however you say it, from Forbidden and Arcanus to make our Runic Star Altar controller, this thing. It has to be made in a Tier 5 Hephaestus Forge. There you go. And that's a long ways away from us. But let's collapse some stuff so that we can get to our magic quest lines over here. And let's take a look at what it tells us we need to do. Because I am not familiar with this mod. I think I've used it once before, and maybe it was All the Mods 8. I don't know. So we've found the arcane crystals. I remembered needing those. We've mined a bunch of stuff. We've already made darkstone. I actually made a darkstone seed in between episodes. Our next thing here is going to be, we need to get arcane crystal dust and mundabar, I don't know, wonderful dust, that stuff. We're going to need those, and you can find it in cities, which is what most just end up doing. So we can find it or we can make it. Well, we probably got everything we need to make it. So let's take a look. This stuff is just smelted arcane crystals. Let's just make a pattern for it. So there is a bee that we can get arcane crystals from, so that might be something we want to look into. But we're going to just go to the uses on this, and we're going to go to smelting, add a recipe. There we go. Let's pin that bee while we're thinking about it. Arcane, this one. Arcanus B. Okay, so let's bookmark that guy. Looks like it's a conversion with a crystal block, so we need to save some of those, or we can go mine for them. It'll be fine. We might actually have a bunch in our digital miner in the mining dimension. Oh gosh, that's a big hole. Is this thing still digging? Or is it done because it's full? Oh, it mined my waystone. Look at that. It mined the waystone and 2 nitro power gates, so it's not working because it has no power. But anyways, we came here to see if we have any arcane crystals. ARC. Look at that. There we go. So we've got a few more if we need them. Awesome. So we made a pattern. That's a processing pattern. We're going to toss it into our furnace, our glorious, we upgraded it, unobtainium furnace. So we're going to toss that in there, and then now we need to take a look at the next recipe, which was for mundabar stuff. Okay, I think we have like all of that, so let's just go over here and tell it how to make it. About the only thing we don't have growing or in some kind of way is Phantom Membrane. Probably ought to take a look at that. This is just a crafting recipe. What are you doing, Wooly? There you go. All right, so let's make up some of each. It wants, so dust, and we need, let's just do 10 of these for now. Put those into our inventory. And then we're going to make this dust times 10 as well. There we go. So now that should get us through here. Something about multi-blocks. Yay. Awesome. We get this, combining the dust, the crystal, charcoal, and gold, and we get diorium. This is the foundational ingot, and you will need dozens of it. Okay, so it's telling us that we need to make a recipe for this. So, is there a bee or anything? It doesn't look like it. I don't see any other ones. All right, so let's bookmark that and get a recipe tossed in. Does it have to have charcoal? It looks like it has to have charcoal. what ways do we have to get charcoal? We're gonna need a recipe for that. So let's just use logs because we can make logs and we already have spruce logs. So if we go to recipes for charcoal and smelting, and we can just, there we go. 1 spruce log gives me 1 charcoal pattern into the furnace. Then we put our ingots in our regular crafting pattern thingamajigs, and that gets us what we need there. All right, our first Hephaestus Forge, the tier 1. We need 48 polished dark stone, gilded, chiseled, polished. Okay. We need some of these. We need 8 of these. Smithing table and that. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to gather up those materials. If there's anything weird that I need to show you guys, I'll show it to you. Otherwise, I'll be back once I have everything to put together the forge. All right, got all the materials together. It didn't take too long. We had basically everything we needed, and we were able to craft up the other stuff we didn't have with the recipes we put in together. So I don't know if there's a way to visualize this from their book, but we're just going to do it like it says. We need to lay this out just like we see it right there. So that is a whatever this one is in my hand, polished, gilded, chiseled, dark stone. That goes in the middle. And then on the corners around it, from what it looked like, are these thingies, right? Nope, it goes directly in line on the pluses, not on the corners. So we go like this. Okay, next. Ring around that rosy all the way around with chiseled blackstone. Okay, next. Directly in line, we do another one of each of these. So there, there, and there. Then there's 4 more that go tucked in the corners. So here, 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 and here. Okay. And then we ring around the outside like this. Does that look right? Think so. All right, and then now we need to place a smithing table on top of the inner gilded thing, and then we need to smack it with the dust. Smithing table. And moond bar to do the hootie. Moond batter. I don't know. Hey, batter. That's what it said to do, right? Something must be wrong. Give me a moment. I was missing a block over here. I didn't unpause. You got to shift right click it here. Maybe we can break it, but I bet I get the forge now. Okay, I do get the forge, but let's see if it will let me make another one. So, smithing table. All right, so smithing table here in the middle, and shift right click it with the dust once you have the structure right, and that will make our forge. Wonderful. On to the next steps. Take all of our quests. All right. The forge is the most important block in Forbidden and Arcanus. Now that you've made the multi-block, you can break the forge and move it even though it only works while on the multi-block. You need to fill it with all 4 essences: aureoles, souls, blood, and experience. Then put in relics if necessary. After that, put the center item in the recipe in the middle slot of the forge and the outer items on the pedestals. Okie dokie. It looks like we need to fill it with stuff. So souls is needed for the second slot. Each soul and corrupt soul will count as 1 soul, while enchanted souls count as a whole 10. Okay. This stuff, aureole bottles, we were finding those in chests, I do believe. You can either automate it with arcane crystal obelisks, or deposit the bottles and potions. Okay, we'll start with bottles and potions. We're probably going to have to get into automating it. Blood we can get from iron spikes, so we're going to need to set up a mob farm and have it kill the mobs and capture the blood. Okay. I think it gave us some, maybe. Experience. Experience is forced to add experience. You'll need to put one of 3 things in the slot. X petrified orbs, bottles of enchanting, or an enchanted item, and the forge will scrap the enchantments off it, keeping the XP. Okay. The X petrified orb, I'm surprised we haven't found any of those yet. All right, just trying to look at where we're going to go from here. It does say we need to go ahead and place down our pedestals. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll look in here and we'll just deposit the things that it gave us into each of those. Blood, we're going to need to get in here. So it says that we can kill the mobs nearby. Does that put blood in there? It does. So we can just stand on this. All right. I'm not sure how much blood is required, but we have some of our own blood in there. And we can set this up, get blood from somewhere, mobs or something. We can make a little mob farm. We'll figure that out. But let's keep on trucking here. It's grayed out because we need to unlock this if we want the quests to proceed. We have found 1 Edelwood log. I guess let's go ahead and talk about those. So the Edelwood log is like the wood type for Forbidden Arcanus, and you're going to need to be able to make them. You can find them, I do believe, but you can make them with corrupted souls, which if you've been noticing every now and then, we have killed mobs and these guys pop out and we kill them. So apparently, I think we can just take an oak sapling, put it down, and then we can corrupt it with a corrupted soul. So if we do this, and there we go. So now we have a growing Edelwood. And then if we take out some fertilizer here, there we go. Now we can get Edelwood logs. That's how you can make them if you don't have them in your world. The corrupted souls, I do believe you get better chances with some of these enchants we've got on here. I want to say 1 or 2 of these is specific for Forbidden and Arcanus, but I don't remember which one it was. Soul looting, there you go. That's the enchant that helps you get them. But that's how you make your Edelwood logs. Now we need to I don't know why it's not giving credit for that. We have them. They're in our inventory. Ooh, we could produce them with the lumber bee. I wonder if we just stick it on here, will it produce 2 log types? Let's see. All right, let's take a look at the black hole thing, the thing that's next on the quest line here. Is this not going to be completed? Oh, it's grayed out because we need to do this. It wants us to make a trader carpet because you can buy this stuff too. That's what it wants us to do. So purple trader carpet. What this will do is any wandering trader that spawns near your base will spawn on the purple trader carpet. Or that way they don't spawn in your face and you can just go over to them whenever you want. So if we were to just toss this down, we'll make them all come right here. So our wandering traders, whenever they spawn from now on, should spawn right there. Now we get our quest credit for Edelwood log. This thing, oh gosh, we got lots to do. Silbano is a new multi-block which acts sort of like a jumbo furnace. Follow these steps to make it. An alloy added by Forbidden and Arcanus is obsidian steel. It's created in the Klabano by combining raw iron and obsidian. You'll need an artisan relic in order to actually make the alloy. You'll also need copper as residue, which probably isn't supposed to happen. First layer of 3x3 is polished dark stone corners and the rest filled with the bricks. Next layer, second layer uses polished dark stone bricks and the core. Remember to keep the middle block empty. Okay. And the final layer is just like the first layer, except, yeah, got it. So that means like so with this. And finally, right-click it with the dust. Okie dokie. Sweet. Now, we need iron, raw iron, obsidian, and artisan relic. Artisan relic. Okay, looks like we already have one. We got a few. Cool. Wait, no, that's enhancer relic. Artisan relic. Okay. There's that. Obsidian, raw iron. That. It gave us coal. There we go. Sweet. It's pretty fast. Ooh, that looks nifty. Look at that. All right. Obsidian steel ingots. Let's go. Now, the black hole is made with obsidian, steel, and some mob drops. Okay. And dark matter is smelting edelwood. Okay, so let's make the recipe for that. There's our smelting recipe. Toss it into our furnace. And then the other thing is a dust. This one. Let's make a recipe for that. The corrupty dust. Now we should be able to craft our dust and get our whole thing. So this is dark matter. So make me one. Sweet. And the dust, let's craft some of that. There we have it. Now, that's going to unlock our progression here. 4x petrified orbs, obtainable via the black hole. To make a black hole, throw dark matter together with corrupted dust on the ground and feed it enough XP, and it will spit out X petrified orbs. Okie doke. So if we do this, so if we throw you on the ground, there's our black hole. Now I need to feed it XP. Okay, give me a minute to get some more XP together. All right, I got us some XP bottles made. Let's see if we can't feed this black hole enough to get the orb we need. I wonder how many of these it needs. Oh, there we go. Yay. Sweet. It gave us a second one. We actually, in between clips, I had to reboot server. It was just acting all kinds of weird. So now we've got our X petrified orbs, and it shows that we have completed our tier 1 forge. Now, for the tier 1 forge, we need to fill it with all the stuff. Look at that. It gave us a whole test tube full of blood to fill it up. First things first, next things next, headed right down the middle towards our tier 2 forge. It says we've got our items on pedestals and we've got our souls and blah, 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 but it isn't finishing. In order to finalize the ritual, you will need to use a gavel. It works just like a pickaxe, but it has a limited amount of uses for finishing rituals. Just right-click the forge with it. So, blacksmithing gavel head. Okay, let's make that. There's the head. Okay. And then it's going to give us 2 sticks and some iron. I'm guessing that is to make it. So... let's look at uses on this thing. Can make a diamond one. We can make an iron one. Gold. Let's just, I mean, I don't know if there's a difference. Looks like the number of uses. Nice. So now we have a blacksmithing hammer. This is for finishing rituals. Now we need to make our pherogenetic, I don't know. We need to make this thingy. We need some wax, which is, okay, that's something we can make. And then we need 2 clay, 2 slime, and an iron, and a lodestone. Okay, let me get all that together, and we will make our whatever mixture. All right, we've got all of our stuff together for our next craft in line here. It looks like the only thing weird in here might be the lodestone, and it's not too bad. It's just chiseled stone bricks with a netherite ingot, which you should be able to do by now. We should all be able to make that. So let's put things in here and see what happens. We got to put the stuff on the pedestals. So all of this stuff goes around in the pedestals. It looks like there's going to be one empty pedestal for this ritual. There's an empty hole there, so that makes sense. So we just put it on any. Looks like this may be another one that we can automate with either modular routers or laser IO. Probably modular routers just to have it be prettier. And then our lodestone should go in the middle here. And then we should only need to right-click it with the hammer to kick off the ritual. Here we have it. Pharogenetic mixture. Now, what do we do with that? I don't know. It's pretty simple. Wax is an item added. You can use it on darkstone pedestals to get magnetized pedestals, which work in hand with hoppers and hopper items like pipes. You can also use it with boots to increase how close items can be to get dragged into your inventory. Cool. It gives us some item pipes. Tier 1 isn't enough for you, then you need to upgrade it. Put an Edelwood plank in the center slot of the forge. Place 4 arcane crystals and 4 spawner scrap onto the pedestals. Smack it with the gavel to upgrade it to tier 2. Crystals, arcane, we need 4 of them. And then spawner scrap, we've got tons of, right? Not tons, but enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these go in the pedestals. Edelwood plank in the center slot. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can have multiple logs on the bee thing. We're up to 211. So there's that one, and smack it. I swear that's what it said to do. Yep, we're going to have to gather some more blood, Ariel bottles, and experience. I don't know which one it's short on. Looks like blood is what it's short on, and yeah. I mean, give me a minute. I'm going to stand on this thing and see if we can fix the problem. Okay, so looks like to get souls, we need to put down soul sand. And we need to make this thing called the soul extractor. It's super cheap, nether bricks, a jar that is really just glass and a plank. And then apparently, if you just hold right click, it sucks the souls out of soul sand. So that's how we get more regular souls. And then those bottles that we're going to craft up, apparently we can throw those on the regular souls to make them enchanted souls, and we get more credit. So let me get the bottles made up, and I'll be right back with you. Aha! Once we filled it up with souls, it started to glow. So now if we just right-click it, that should upgrade our forge. All right, and there we have it, y'all. Tier 2 Hephaestus Forge from Forbidden in Arcanus. That is going to bring us to the end of today's episode. We fumbled our way through most of this Forbidden in Arcanus stuff. I hope you guys were able to follow along, but I will leave you with this. I'm going to work on this on stream tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Saturday morning. And I hope you guys will join us. We do coffee and crafting. I drink my coffee, eat my bagel on Saturday mornings, and I just hang out and play Minecraft here in the All the Mods 10 world. So for that, we're going to work on the rest of this. See if we can't get all the way up to being able to start crafting our runic star altar. And, you know, that will set us up to be, you know, working towards that star. So I really love making these episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe we finally got there. It's absolutely awesome, and I look forward to making a lot more episodes and having a lot more of you guys watching these videos. So we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.